Oh, hi. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Saturday, everyone. Happy Saturday. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. It is Saturday, Saturday. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hope you all doing well. Hope you all doing well. Been a nice Saturday. It's been a nice weekend so far. Yay. Hope yours, both the weekend and the Saturday, were good so far too. I hope for that. I hope for that. Yeah. I got a haircut today and I went swimming. It was a nice time. In most sports is always good. What else? What else? Oh, yeah, played more Battlefield. Played more Battlefield beta. Yeah. First day, we streamed the Battlefield beta, but just went live on Thursday first. Yeah, first went out on Thursday, but now it's officially entirely open to everyone. So yeah. Did that, did that. Uh yeah. Yeah. I was just fixing something. I was just fixing something on this side here. Okay, that's better. To just look something up. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. And Saturday so far. I got myself. I made some chili earlier. I still saved up for tomorrow. So thank God. It's been warm today. Oh geez, I tell you, we had some high degrees today. I don't know what's up, but oh boy, it's been warm. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Way too warm, I tell you. Even my room, it's like a whopping 26.5 degrees right now. Much too warm. Ugh. I hope your old weather is better for you all. For you right. But yeah, let's get in here. Let's get you all in here, huh? How's that sound? There's my buttons. Yeah, there we go. Hi. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm dying of a heat death. But yeah, what we doing today? Here to play and maybe finish. I'm still positive of that. Citizen Sleeper 2. Can't wait to do it. Can't wait to do it. But yeah, let me think of before we go into the game. What else? What else? What else were we doing? Yeah, most we just played for most things that happened this week really just me playing the Battlefield beta yesterday. It was just really nice. I got a little frustrated by it towards the end, I'll be honest, but it was also like close to 1 a.m. over here. I was getting tired, and yeah, it's just this today having two was like, okay, yeah, this team either doesn't know how to play any objective or is deliberately throwing the game. I'm like, okay, yeah, definitely not the thing, but still, it was a bit frustrating at times. But yeah, still a good game so far. Definitely a very solid thing if we work on that. Can't wait to see the other maps for launch. And at this point, I might as well buy it. Not pre-order, of course, not pre-order. Especially don't need these shitty things that give you for like more money. No, thank you. Not again. Never again. But yeah, definitely excited to see that game in full soon. Patience being October. Yeah. Oh, before Lucas went to bed just now, like literally just as I went live, we're trying out some jackpots. I'm planning to do a big birthday stream on my birthday on October 3rd. So yeah, just like less than 2 months away right now. And it's time to look at some of the games I have never looked at yet. I was like, okay, I have these. Let's see if they're any good. And like played around of a few of them. Just to see like how the settings are, so we don't get sunk blasted to death by the first game we open. Yeah, and on some other things, especially jackpots, one of the things I'm gonna do with some people. I have some people plan to come up. Not everyone's secure yet, but I'll have a list of people. They want to invite. They're very friendly, and I hope they can make it. Yeah. So we did some stuff of that. But yeah, that's really it so far. It is really it so far. I hope you all are doing well, as I said, and yeah. How about we start going into the game, huh? How about we be about time to go into that game, huh? Yeah, I don't talk too long. There's nothing to talk about. Stuff's good, and that's good. That's the important bit. For a second, I thought I was muted the entire time. Oh god. Oh lord. Yeah, yeah. That's what you sharp. It's getting it. Sleeper. There we are. There we are. Up sounds good. Battle is always a little loud, I tell you. The game's always the loudest when it gets into the title card in this scene. Yeah. All right. Where we last time we went off? We did some stuff on. Those didn't hit last time. We were recently on. Oh, I forgot what his name was. We came from yeah, Carmen's outpost here called what was it? I forgot its name. Basically found out, okay, hey, the main guy leading the criminal clan over in good old dark side, who's been the main guy, Lane, who's been taunting us all game, has actually been talking to one of the two big uh companies during that whole corporate war, civil war in the center in the inner system. I'm like, hey, maybe I can give you this fancy thing to actually get you into the belt and all. You can take over the green belt and maybe like go and get the system. I was like, please don't do that. And we, yeah, currently trying to both get that info out. So basically, the gang that he's leading will turn against him. But also tell everyone else so they know how bad of a problem that guy is. Because the whole thing is the two is like telling people, well, yeah, sure, but at least hey, we're not doing a full corporate war thingy that you all ran away from in the first place. That's like completely ravaging the inner systems. Yeah, so we helped upset his plan, got our thing ready. Unfortunately, some miscalculations on my part. Got our first ever, hopefully last, but quite close to the end. There we go. Permanent glitch, which means one of our dice will always roll with screwed at 6, which is 80%, always 80% negative and 20% positive. So, yay. But yeah, we start all our other dices. Thank God. It's time to leave for that side for the first time since the game's beginning. And finish this. I can't wait for this. I can't wait. Let's go. Right. Oh boy. Oh boy. Who do we take with us? Who do we take with us? Obviously, I was saying, I want to say obviously Flint for the story reasons. Dead 2. I haven't done much with Junie. Eugene can definitely stay here. I think Nina is out. The stress is just a big problem. I'll take Bliss because I like Bliss. But I do cover my own skills quite a bit. I'll take Cadet because I also took them last time and they're like the most person to defend me. I'll take Flint too, but it was already full. I have so many people. Ah. But yeah. They're the most common people to get me out of here. Quick check, before I forget anything. Yeah, we have no things to. The only 2 points available. Interface and any into it. We on one side can still upgrade. Need 2 more points for any of these two. Engage with two of the double arrows here is the only thing I can do at all entirely. I never engage because I like the first game. It's not fixable. In the first game, you only had like D&D did it. D&D also tabletops do it. They're just starting negative modifier, and then you could develop into a neutral and then positive modifier. Yeah, over here it's like okay, one thing you can never do. Just you're always bad at that. Yeah, for me it's that one. So I'll see if I can get someone with me and do that. But yeah, it's more like EK Dead than Dean, I'm sorry. Problem is also like Flint would help me here, but like if I click Flint or Bliss, it's just I don't want to take Flint because it's still part of the story. They're also helping here. Well, I'll take Bliss because I like Bliss. We haven't done enough with Bliss yet. This is lovely. I love him. I love him. I love Bliss. I love him. Okay, let's go and do it. Let's go and do it. Alright, 7. Let's see. Alright, Sleeper. You want to do the honors? 7 is strapped to the pilot seat, guiding the rig towards the outside. Take the strip of plastic Carmen gave you, copy the frequency into the comms window of the console. You type a simple message. Into that executing plan, heading in, good luck. Also chimes. The message is sent. You hope Carmen is in range to receive it. Search inside your mind, wanting to find Overseer there. You feel no presence. You hope they'll be ready when called for. That's the other thing, or protocol that's part of our mind to help us against Lane. We need to do something with him. Reach like this foundation of the outside, like the oldest tech there, I think. So we can go and fix them so they can help us. Oh boy. You look ahead out of the cockpit toward the distant glimmer of dark side. Time to take on Lane. Oh yeah, it is time, it is time. Oh boy, there we are. That's a decent roll. 2 5s, 4 3. Whatever, this shit it in. And 7 finally brings the rig into somewhat dots. Everyone in the cockpit lets out a sigh of relief. The approach was simple, routine even. Checking in with the port administration being assigned a dock, bring the rig to a stop. All of it familiar, but all of it laced with attention of knowing that at any point it could go very wrong. Could all go very wrong. Boothwood's one word. 7 shakes his head. So at least we know Carmen's as good as his word. Was there any doubt? Well, 7 shuts. I've got used to things not going to plan by now. He shuts down the engine and flips from his seat. But I guess there's still plenty of time for that. The Bliss nervously staring out at Dad's side. He noticed you looking and smile a weak smile. I always love saying this. The real test for Carmen is connecting with Antida safely. But Super finds stop themselves. He's in serious danger. But seems to be as nervous as you have ever seen him. And you wonder if it is the job that is weighing them on them, or possibility of seeing Ida again. Try to imagine Carmen, somewhere on Dart's side, perhaps smuggling himself aboard a freighter, or on the crew of a trusted ally. I hope he's confident as confident as he seemed about finding Nikita. We need to spend less time worrying about what Carmen has to do, and more about what's ahead of us. 7 turns to you. The old facility, HAP, was it? I'm guessing that's deep below all this. 7 gestures towards the vast accumulation at its dark side. A city that drew on the back of an HAP, HABPEP, HAP sounds better, of the HAP solar cells layer by layer. Its radius structure is neither planned nor regulated. Foundation is built on it is built on should be as formal as any corporate facility. That means we need to path down its foundations, and I suggest we don't just take the first one we find. Definitely genius. We stop the area out carefully, quietly. Look for the right path into the heart of this place. Super. You wait the word from Carmen. Anne will be in touch. I'll be there when he is. Nods towards the console. The comms window still open from when you sent the message. We're behind you. We're right behind you, sleeper. This forces a smile. Let's start the search. Seven nods. I'll hold the rig down. We don't want you losing your exit road like last time. He winks. Yeah. He hands you comms earpiece. I'll salvage this from the suit helmet. It isn't secure, but as long as Tsubo don't know we're here, it should be fine. I'll let you know as soon as I hear from Carmen. He meets your eye. But you have to stand, sleeper. You nod. This is what it all comes down to. Oh boy it is. Oh boy it fucking is. Yeah, this is wild shape thingy. Yeah, so we have Arvig obviously here. We have Sunward Dots. We have the Broken Heights. And we have the Underpass. Love the Broken Heights. Got solar silts. Over the edge. Here are the layers of facility exposed. It's possible to enter from the outside and slow inward. Analyze layers. Path down. Being access to the core field. HVC means exploring every path down to find the right descent and shattered edge. The old structure is exposed. Maybe this will replace it. Yeah, I would say the same. Good though, because we all can do stuff to that. Let's do 1-4. Just because we can. Okay. Did this one. So there was some dots. If the dots safely find a path down to the old station, the dot will need to be thoroughly searched without bringing any attention. And push clues. There are a lot of screws and workers in and around the dot. Perhaps they know about paths into the substructure. I don't think we do in that one. Unless that rolls well. This isn't risky. It's only risky and not dangerous, but I have 6 here, so I'll be fine. Let's do another one. Soon. Okay. For that one, it's at this cycle. Got pretty well on that one. There's that. These two didn't roll well, but it's fine, it's fine. Give this for sure. Yep. Second day, 2 are done. Okay, this is both. 1 each. You have bullheads, spin the layers of station and substructure and mini bulkheads. Lighting them would provide access. Explore tunnels. In all on the underpass, there are many tunnels. It seems some might lead deeper. Ooh, pull it out them here gives me 3, huh? See if it's still words for this one. Well, still. Maybe what I can do is digital. Yes. Oh boy, huh? That line down Dart tunnel, descending deeper below Dart side. Your earpiece begins hissing with static. Sleeper, Seven voice sounds distant, faint. Carmen contact met with target. Trying to hear the rest of the message, but the static overpowers his voice. You stop and push the earpiece in deeper. Continue. Stay safe. Lindo's dead. This stops and turns back to the tunnel. Sounds like Carmen made contact with Antida. Ill behind them. We should keep moving. The sooner we hit the mainframe, the better. We have a concern for Antida, despite everything. Continue your descent, ducking under thick cables and collapsed beams. Busy urban life of the city above seems far away now, hidden from your senses. Its rumble and brightness has been replaced by the glowing dark and glowing dark and growing oppressive heat. That site in the HAPPEP facility it was built on has been running unrestrained ever since the collapse, gathering huge volumes of energy, more than its residents could ever use. I feel like you can sense it in the walls, running like a torrent just behind the thin skin of metal and rubber. A large portion of the vast amount of current running through the station is radiated into the void as heat. I think that's like a humid station. Typically humid station. But down here, the heat is drier and more intense, and sections of wall glow with fierce intensity. Tunnel the tunnel levels out in light glass through shutter-striped viewing windows on their side, illuminating the passage in strips of burning light. Perhaps you can see a labyrinth of walkways and scaffolding tucked into the margins of the vast solar cells. Heat washes across your vinyl skin, making you tense against it. The underside of that side must be crossed. Well, huh? Follow hardline. The hardline network of the old station will surely lead you back to the core if you can decipher it. And for margins, speaking of heat and overcharge electricity, it's best to avoid the solar cells and stick to the margins. Okay, yeah. And we have a whole only I can do those though. Well, it's just the way it is. But not this line. Not in this one. Not in this one. Try to do this one. It's worth a try. I know it doesn't help us anyway. It doesn't help us. Yeah. Kind of is energy weight because we're running on supplies, not on an energy bar. And the rest is just, doesn't matter. They didn't roll good, but you know, it's not like it matters at all. We can probably get 3 positive ones then. Yeah, and then the rest one is. Oh, I can definitely try and hope it's neutral. Oh, another positive. Let's go. That's lucky. In inspiration of the HAPPEP facility, you've seen through viewing windows and shutter slats huge blister projecting out among the head-shaped cells. You've approached it, circled it, and now you find yourself passing into it, through layers after layer of broken and corroded safety doors. If you had not felt observers stirring, you would know this is the mainframe. But you have felt the protocol's presence, relentlessly turning over in your mind like a sleeping animal, occasionally probing your senses, tracking your progress. We feel at home. See as multiple bodies stretch out their arms with basking in sunlight. The systems, networks, signals, they are fractured and weak. But we know them. Each of the broken heads shares part of a smile. They are welcoming us. Hey! Get it, chase you awake. Is this the place? Gives you a concerned look. Do I need to worry about what's going on? What's going on in there? Look around, suddenly aware that you have drifted somewhere you do not recognize, in a state you were not in control of. The spherical chamber you float within has a mezzanine set around its circumference. Whatever that word means. Never heard of that one before. Sorry. The floor, a metal grating in see-through. On this mezzanine are banks and banks of terminals, thick gathered cables snaking away from them across the floor. All of it baked into the heat of the HPEP vast resistors. Follow those tables with your eyes. They lead to a cylindrical column coming down from the apex of the chamber. It is corroded and bent a little, with very few of its thousands of lights still flickering. Even if it's decayed state, you know immediately this is the main thing. Feel a yearning towards it. One you know comes from overseer. But as you look around from a connection point, you see a burned out cables, rusted sockets, and broken terminals. Low warmth makes you feel woozy. You need to work quickly to bring this back online, for the current flowing through this place baits you into the metal of its walls. Oh, lovely. New rotation is Starward. Yep, H4. New terminals and repair connections. Okay. This is, of course, great. I don't want to risk this one yet. Optimal better than a 4 each. That's what I can hope for. Good rolls. All I can hope for. I have to work on supplies for sure, though. For this turn. So negative. Make sure this is positive. There's some bad of it. Supplies. Take the supplies for another time, so you don't start making up shit. Start with neutral. Oh, I'm positive. Good, good, good. That you found it's fun. Go for positive. Ah, neutral. But hey, they can get stressed. They're fine. Well, this is from here on. It's a little wonky. Ah, still neutral. We did it. You got too stressed, but it's fine. You can handle it. Calm of the mainframe pulses of fractured lights. A scattered wave of systems awakening, accompanied by the whine and shudder of the machines all around. This thing is powering up. It looks around the room, now shaking, it's shimmering with energy. It's like a big terminal, right? It feels like something much heavier than that. Reach out for the prime connector and with your other hand, touch the socket at the base of your synthetic skull. As you do, a sharp shock runs through your fingers. The moment you feel like your vision doubles. As you pull the connector and its cable across your vision, you see it's only your body that's doubling. The connector a stable object while your arm leaves ghostly imprints through the air. You wave it back and forth, but the manipulated arms do not follow. Each instead takes on a life of its own, wrapping around your forearm and wrist, taking control of your arm. You feel their force as they push your arm across your body, over your shoulder. They push once more and the connector finds its home in the socket. A familiar flow, but stronger, rushing, rapid. And a figure, no, 3 figures, descending into it. A shimmer stepping into a river. A sleeper drifting out of an airlock. A symbol being subsumed into a sign. And you, little more than a witness. A marionette, its strings outstretched, mapped hand to hand, leg to leg, to another. The flow freezes. 3 figures almost overlapping, almost complete, but not quite. Their tripled eyes look back at you in horror. A voice shrills silent in your head. There's someone else in here. Heat glazing your thick vinyl skin, the mainframe environment in chaos of light and sound. The brightness when it fades, the light shutting off. The servers powering down. Simple blinking light, the only thing left in the dark column. Keeping time like a metronome. Oh shit. That looks like the dark column of the main thing. This thing just died. Close your eyes and try to recall the events that happened when you connected, playing them back in greater detail. Obviously it was there entering the mainframe, but something froze the system, locked them in place? What did they say? Someone in there with them? You open your eyes. Was this a trap? I must have trapped overseer. The speed of fizzling static fills your ear. You flinch, thinking it's some new invasion of your system. You hear a serpent through the haze. Sleeper, come now. Waiting. Read. It's no use. You have to ascend to find out what's going on topside. Little remain with single blinking light, still beating deep in time. But obviously we'll have to wait. But the main thing obviously is still the key to all this. You hope you can get the protocol out. You need to hear what Seraphin has to say first. You make your way to the core ascending back through the layers of the 8 pep back into the dots. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Surfer meets you at the docking tunnel. They're waiting inside. He shakes his head and nods towards the airlock. Come on. He crosses into the ship in silence and find Carmen in the cockpit, looking out at the dark side as it sprawls across the stars. Sleeper. Carmen turns. Sorry to pull you away, but you need to know what's coming. So, this idiot blew my cover. You turned to Antida, entering cockpit behind you and Saffron. You immediately clocked the fresh bandage sleeve on your right forearm. I think you did a pretty good job of that yourself, Carmen retorts. You see a twinkle in his eyes that suggests his back and forth is a well-practiced part of a relationship. Perhaps, but well, we'll never know. Not after you intervene to rescue me. And goes to a bandaged arm almost instinctively. One over here. Wait. What you know? Peter shoots you a look. We aren't exactly on speaking terms anymore. I passed the date to Nikita and she tried to broach it with Itsubo. Downfolds his arms, but Lane was more paranoid than we expected. Was listening in. If I've had our laptop Daichi ratted us out. He shakes her head. I'd have put him down if he hadn't got the jump on me. Either way, Carmen cuts back calmly. I had to pull the key out. Carmen turns back to look over at... Carmen turns back to look over that side. Information did get through. Well, and now Tsuba is in crisis. Its members side with or against Lane. Meanwhile, Daichi is hunting us. Ida screws up her face. Which means we need to be careful. That's why I called you in. Stefan puts her hand on his shoulder. You need to watch your back. Indeed. Carmen turns to face you. How about the mainframe? Have you been successful? Very immense of the cycle. Mainframe building up a successful connection, and an overseer being locked inside, frozen by some other force. Mention the warning. There's someone else in there. Here. Carmen nods thoughtfully. Unfortunately, we need that mainframe more than ever. With Kida out of Itsubo, we have to get the word out. Carmen's right. Itsubo will be distracted by these revelations, but it won't last. Without further proof, they'll all line up behind Lane in time. Need the mainframe. Agreed, that is our first priority. Your protocol is being locked by some counter-protocol agent. I wouldn't be surprised if it can be traced back to Tsubo. Kida looks at Carmen. On occasions of a few of the Tsubo network nodes, we should hit them first. No, we need to stay under the radar. Sleeper and the crew will investigate the nodes quietly. Carmen nods at you. You and I will run interference. Keep Tsubo from away from those stations best we can. That's safe. What? He taps a finger on her chest. You've done this before. Kida winks. I'll be honest. I'll be nostalgic. Think of a feeling of stasis you felt when Overseer was trapped, and the power required to hold the flow of the mainframe as vast and ingrown as the Hep one. Could it just be an Itsubo right now? You doubt it. Does you have a plan? Seven nods between you all. That we do. We'll need to keep running storms between us. Carmen turns to you. Sleeper, Adina will give you the location to dig into, but keep it quiet. Daichi's out there and he isn't as easily avoided as some low-ranking enforcer. He just slaps the top of a couple of crates of supplies you hadn't noticed before. Consider these a parting gift from my tenor at Itsubo. Swipe them from daring stores. She grins. Probably might need a resupply. Oh, thank God. Alright, Khan dresses the room. Prime, keep in touch. Still pull this off. Priceman, what per cycle? Yay! Daichi stress. You got supplies again. You have a dot node, a market node. Oh. And tower node, okay. The power node first. Bell tower, steam tower, get close to the physical network architecture will make access to a lot easier, but it's an impressive climb. Tech node. The apex of a tower, the node needs to be hit with slower subordinates without alerting Subo. Yeah, I'm not doing that with this round, that's for sure. It is for sure. It's sort of v-rolling me. Yeah, I need to v-roll anyway. Damn it. Do I have fiber for this? We don't have fiber. Okay. Oh, there's a good rolls by the two of you. Really good rolls. Thank God. We do this one in one turn. Note number 3, that's good. Market node. Node or tail forces. We can definitely do the tailing. At least neutral. That's stress, of course. Fucking had to think of that. The rest of this one in next one. Yeah, I was at no fireworks again. Oh damn it, we can't use cadets thing in here. Damn it. Entirely wasted. Be some use for it. Other than of course one going here. Oh no, can I even do that? Are you Cadet, what are you doing at? Are you bad at anything else? How? You're bad at everything. You should just go to these two. Come on. Damn it, you're bad at all of these. Oh, I need to sleep. Damn it. You place you all those sixes next. Well, I will. Damn it. This is fine, this is good, this is fine. Has to be enough, it has to be. We have too much time of stress. We have 4 more left, I don't know how much more we need. Unfortunately. Right now we'll do the ones that I can do. One's a guaranteed success. One's will be a 4. I don't like a 4, it can still fail. I'll be neutral at least, I guess. Thank God for positive. Oh. I don't believe it. Carbon stairs through the shutters of the viewing window at the smooth squad ship. At 108 bay TV access. How has it been here? I know it's were hacked and the trace established. You imagine it might lead to a Starward operator, or perhaps an old subnode containing an aggressive solar protocol gone mad with isolation. It happened before. Not this. Never this. Sense that. Senate that ship. The belly of Darkseid and Parasite. We need to move on that ship now. Kita is already adjusting her gear, preparing for an assault. And hidden super on safe house for weaponry. There's one. Rowan holds up a hand. This is a gift, Antida. Don't be brash. Turns back to her face for both of you. All we had until now was data, conversations. Evidence easily denied or destroyed by Lane. Since that ship hidden inside the station. Armin nods grimly. Hundreds of thousands of residents who would give everything to protect Darkseid from the war. Armin turns back into the ship, silhouetted against the starlight. To this point, all we need to do at this point is in the right direction. What? Has to. Armin nods grimly. We leak it all, send it out from mainframe, the ship's location, the evidence of Lane's betrayal, all of it. You're forgetting one thing, Peter interrupts. Until that ship leaves or is taken, they'll still have a mainframe locked down. That blast out its location through the network without taking it on first. Seriously, who's done fireworks about this time? Why? The Dutch border. Anyway, Tom pauses considering his options. You look out of the Senate ship, half concealed on the bay. It looks sleek, dangerous. Defense might a ship like that deploy when threatened. Antida exchanges looks. And we attack first. Carmen and I will distract the ship appearance, turn their focus away from the mainframe, then you sleeper. Mainframe force them out. As soon as UFC is released, you send out everything. Once it's hit the network, our backup will come. Listen, Cheetah and Grimlock. We only have to hold them off as long as it takes the other crews to realize what is happening. Sounds good. The plan feels desperate, and you know that Carmen and Cheetah think so too. Well, that's it. Really mobilized since we ship so quickly. You all immersed against an unknowable sentence that force feels like an unwinnable battle. No state sleeper. Yet hates the deep breath. The land of him. Here frowns, an unpleasant thought passing through my mind. Given up everything to get out soup out. We finish the job. Right, let's do it. Do this. Peter nods. Go to mainframe, get set up. When we're ready to connect, let us know. Khan puts a hand on your shoulder. Once you start, don't stop for anything. The data out. He meets your eye. Handle ourselves. Turn light away, looking over your shoulder as two ex-mercenaries as we discuss their plan of attack. Seeing them slip back into the old roads, you can't help but wonder, did anyone ever outrun their past? Was it always waiting there, with a dart to claim you in the end? Oh boy, yes, we have our one way to go now, huh? We'll use our stuff right now. Bit, but not too much. Too much. Neutral, but it's their personal stress, that's good. Positive. Come on. Positive. Do positive. Come on, do positive. Yes! Woohoo! You did it. Heat inside the Hep core is intense as you stare at the calm of a mainframe, its one blinking light still keeping time. Seems ready. Kinda wipes sweat from her brow. Only one way to find out, I guess. Around the red bay. Time to give Carmen the go-ahead. Glance at Tita's thumbnail drive, now stored in the main terminal, containing a data packet with everything you need to unseat the lane and reveal the Senate stat. Hope it will be enough. Hold a finger to your ear. Hold a finger to your earpiece and let Seraphim know to relay the message through to Carmen. Alright, Seraphim's voice heavy with worry. I'll tell them. Long pause. Safe sleeper. Get this job done and we'll come back. I will. Good luck, friend. Back to you too, friend. Comes flick off as Seraphim switches to Carmen's channel. Great, mentioning the conversation, with Ten's words activating the plan. Wait long enough for Carmen and Tita to nod to each other. Long enough for them to drop down through the bays in silence. The weapons they stole from Otsubo, to take their positions, then to make their move. Grab the connector and hold it behind your head, close to the access port. You silently count to 3 and then connect. First, nothing has changed. Drop into a state of stasis. Small dark space with no cracks. The mainframe is locked down, shut off, squeezed inside the grip of some clenched fist. You see it. A trickle of light, a flicker of threads. Overseer flows into the space and the torrent begins to run. Rushing great pulls of data that connective threads the jewel of a mainframe. They grow inside the space and space in turn grows. We see you there, sleeper. Overseer separates and reforms within the expanding landscape. Who is the other? Construction. Overseer's three heads nod. Then we will clear the path. Overseer explodes. The points and lines of light that describe its human form separate and multiply. Solations bursting outward like a tree of stars. Overseer becomes plural. As they do, the darkness pushed back and the extent of the mainframe is revealed. It's a stack of a jeweled surface, each revealing more facets as the angles change. From these facets, threads project cutting out across dark side, paths that stretch the length of the entire station. The range is an invitation. Their arrangement is an invitation. You accept the invitation, setting yourself stimming through lines of light, seeing how the station connects and hums with a flow of data. See the highest tower, the lowest heights, then the origin of the dark. A squiggle of black vessels around a single point. Senate stat ship, now a battleground. You see flashes of flickers as Overseer dances around it. Cuts at it. But looking around, you see Overseers everywhere now, multiplied into 1,000 forms. United with a system designed to serve them, they dissolve into it. Suddenly remember what needs to happen, what you need them to do. Send out separate requests, summoning Overseers, reminding them of your agreement. Take the bright polygon of a data packet and present it like an offering to Overseer, who is diffuse, crackling all around you. Euphoric in their reconstitution as a functional protocol. You receive no response. There's nothing more than a whisper snatched away on the flow of data rushing by. And then you hear the static in your earpiece, Seraphim's desperate cry for a response. The bright point suddenly close, inside the core with you, a broadcast going out from it like the beam from a lighthouse. Reach back and pull on the connector, just to clear the brightness from your eyes, just to block the broadcast. I found you. Lane floats in the mainframe, spread across his brow, his eyes steely cold. I finally found you. That's a good line. Dad slams into Lane, swinging her fist and screaming at him. You freeze, watching Lane fight back, hearing Servant's voice shimmering in your earpiece, passing on Carmen's desperate request for aid. You need to reconnect the mainframe first. You grasp the connector and then drive it home. You are in the constellation of Darkside's network, the exploded body overseer stretching across it as if it has been atomized. Anatomized. Lane is still a beacon, one of the flash is close. But you do your best to ignore it and reach out to Overseer once more. Remember me, protocol, you say. Remember your promise. Something begins to form, begins to flicker. As it does, you hear something outside the network. The bright pattern of electrical discharge, the grunt of pain impact, then silence again. Brightness grows closer. The blinding light blinds out everything. You open your eyes to smell like knives. Behind Lane's pale head, the body of a friend floats, stunned in the dark. The finger of Lane's carrier signal reaches inside your mind. You're bots into the viewing window behind your eyes. A passenger of your own body, Lane is in control. Oh, it's so much easier now that I am prepared. It's almost a seamless switch. Lane's face is in your vision, but his mouth doesn't move. And the duality of it, like a mirror turned to face itself. In perfect unison, you and Lane lift your hands in front of your face and turn them, inspecting them. With sickened flare of panic going off in your mind. That was my thought. I could go a perfect overseer so it could free me from this shit. Let's see what this goes. I don't think there's a simple choice that like goes yes or no. Look at this. Look at this. Lane opens and closes your fists like of emotion, like a wave that runs finger to finger. There are improvements to be made, but it's remarkable. Lane's eyes look into your eyes. Perfect loop. I've always knew your body was a gift, Sleeper. From the moment I first saw you. Gift you could not recognize because you only saw a burden. It was escaped from. But I saw what it was. Lane's eyes flash. An opportunity. Like a puppet, you turn to face the mainframe. You glide forward a little, hands reached into the access terminal. Here's drive glints there, it's in its slot. Control none of it. None of this. Lane's voice. Imagine having more than one body, more than one agent in the world to do your bidding. Your hand reaches down, fingers and thumb pinching delicately around the drive. Turning forward and one I have harbored for a long time. With a short, sharp motion, you pull the drive free. When I saw you, Sleeper, I knew I must have you. Hear Servant's voice in your Sleeper? Kevin needs signal out now. There's panting in his voice. It can't hold out any longer. No matter how hard you try, your lips do not move. No words can be produced. You feel your hand on the Lane's control, reach up and pull the earpiece out, letting it float away into the chamber. Enough distractions. Your other hand holds up and key this drive, turning it in the light in front of your eyes. Some time ago, I set myself a task of changing you from a hollow thing to a vessel to be filled. Your finger and thumb transfer the drive into your palm. Now I am able to help. We have helped my allies to fill you up. It's a weird way to phrase that, dude. A really weird way to phrase that. Please don't fill me up. Please don't do that. I'm more than singular now. More than flesh and blood. More than you and my ambition and my desire. That means you're surplus to me now. Just close it hard around the drive, crushing it to dust. Weak and broken thing, your time is over. Aim's other body approaches you and lays its hands on either side of your head. Feel the pressure. You cannot move. You can't resist. A spark, as one of Lane's fingers slips and presses a little into the access port on your head. There's a flicker, a flash of something passing through the spaces between. Something very guiding the signal back to its broadcaster. We have not forgotten, you hear, Overseer. They are reconstituted. We are ready to act as one. Overseer holds the bright data packet in a single hand. We were broken, we were many, but now we are whole, and we appreciate what you have done. Overseer shapes the data packet into a point, a bright spear of light. Spear extends through your mind gently, harming nothing of you. Instead, your point finds the mind of the other, of Elaine, pierces it directly. Hear Elaine scream as his implants burn in his skull, his head flaring bright white in the cloud. And then, when that mind has gone dark and the pressure on the side of your head has receded, the packet explodes across the network, white hot and urgent. In its wake, data points are seeded. Conversations, coordinates, a conspiracy. At the furthest point of the network, its distant edge, the data packet rises with a little more force than a notification, lured to every device and terminal within its range. But here, at the epicenter, it's blasts through you with such power that for a moment, every thought, every idea, every piece that might make up a self is wiped clean from your mind. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, holy damn. Oh, it had me for a while. I was like, come on, no, it's not be it. Like, no matter the choice, it probably would have got me here anyway. Lane can't win, but holy shit, Overseer is back. Right on time. Still on time to put a person back together. Long time without picking up fragments of what was once a whole. Waking from sleep, you can never be sure what piece might have gone missing in the reconstruction. What might have been lost. You can continue anyway through hazy cycles of faces and distant voices. This is, after all, not the first time you've had to remake yourself. You imagine it will not be the last. Go up. Servant finds you looking out the window on the raid's barriers. Tidbit stares out across the shattered edge of the dark side. Almost out. Stefan gives you a grin. Best not to think of it. He looks away for a second. Not enough. Suddenly, Stefan crosses the bounds and embraces you. Squeezes you once and then backs off, hands on both your shoulders. Good to see you, Ab. Smiles, as always. Come on, we need to go find Bliss. Stefan leads you out of the bounds, through the ship and down the docking tunnel onto the outside. As you light through the doors, he recounts what has been happening over the past cycles. You weren't the only one taking a breathing. He cruises through a group of cargo pointers carrying crates. And he and Carmen held out against the Celestial ship long enough, but they aren't without their share of injuries. They're back on their feet now, though waiting together. They managed to quiet down some of the men of Tsubo, stop the functional infighting. They're cleaning out one of the Tsubo safe houses over in Vice. I say Vice. In the Vice. I'm sure they could use your help. Use the help if you need something to do. Marco is here too. Though I haven't seen him yet. Stefan looks away. Peter pulled him out of the Tsubo cell. No, I went together. We should go see him, but Stefan sighs. I feel like he hasn't quite accepted Marco's reappearance. Unsure how you'd react to seeing him again either. And Carmen isn't sticking around. He's already left for Olivera. Olivera was the station named. Right. Then pause for a second. A memory of that place come back to him. Watch him shake the thoughts away. Julie, meanwhile, is still digging into all that data she pulled from bunker. She's done the hep for most cycles, trying to make sense of it. I'll imagine it. Anyway, he'll soon catch up on everything. He smiles pathetically. There's something behind this lot. I'd right place it. If we continue in silence, drifting into the depths of Darkside. Good friends, side by side. Oh boy. Stefan leads you down the passage. Ooh, nice. Stefan leads you down into a passage lined with bright screens and signs. Sound and light blasting out of the shop fronts from either side. You know this place. Like a row. He stops outside a familiar door. the shop you woke up in all settles the door. Gives the door a few quick grabs with the knuckles. Wait. Hey, sleeper, shoots your lens. When we're ready, we should talk about the future. What comes next after, all that. Whenever you like. Thanks. I'll let you know. Stefan nods away. Sleeper. Bliss opens the door and immediately jumps to hug you. I let go sheepishly and look beneath between you and Stefan. Stay up. I thought you'd both be celebrating your freedom. I don't want to overdo it. Stefan shakes his head. This is more important stuff to talk about. As I shoot up into the shop beyond. Bliss' voice drops. You're sure, Stefan? He just got up. Wait a second. Stefan looks at you. They should know, Bliss. It's important. Not hesitantly and went back into the shop, letting you come inside. That has changed since we were last there. States of service, refurbished hardware, secured in roof and wall netting, connectors, including the one that facilitated your reboot. Bliss and Stefan follow behind quietly, and the atmosphere is immediately ominous. But keep an eye on these past cycles. Bliss holds the leg into a stool by its counter. Ensure you are stable. Fame, I'm sure you know, has been through a lot. Now as you're post-Lane out, well, things got more complicated. All these changes Lane made to your system, he did it through your stabilizer. The lace of proteins meant to alter your frame's basic function, to accept other emulations, other minds. Open me up to remote access. But Overseer did corrected some of that, or at least wiped it from your system. But the stress involved and the damage from your last partial reboot was for silent, I'm able to answer their own question. We need to finish the reboot, Deeper. One Lane interrupted. Seven can always be relied to tell you things straight. Not immediately, Bliss cuts in. At some point soon. I'm not quite ready, but now that you're up, Bliss looks down. I'll get to work. How can I prepare for that? Bliss takes a deep breath. Look, I'll be honest, Sleeper. I know we need to finish the reboot Lane interrupted. I'm sure of it. The effects, I should be ahead. The fame was complex to begin with, but after everything, the reaction could be bad. You can talk more about it when I have a Bliss stop suddenly, their eyes shooting through the door. Sorry, am I flintwords in the doorway? They look at you, wide-eyed. Go up? Smile crosses their face, through it quickly fades. Good to see you. Really good. How you doing, Flint? Good. Inland said Bliss, smiling. Mostly thanks to Bliss, they've been taking care of me. This smells bad. Flint has become a patient too? A patient too. Bliss claps her hands nervously together. We've been able to acquire some stabilizer from Lane stores, which has helped, but we don't have much of a supply. Bliss is doing to reboot me like you were. Flint cuts in. I won't need stabilizers anymore. Sound almost excited at the prospect. To Bliss. Flint knows the risk, but they've asked for a procedure. You give Flint a warning look. Still, they shouldn't underestimate the danger. This looks at Flint. Deeper will also need the reboot, but they don't have a choice in the matter. It is essential. Flint goes quiet. Bliss and Seraphim look nervously at you to see your reaction to all this. You feel like the spotlight is being shown on your face. All you want is some time alone, you think. We should do it together, Flint speaks quietly. However, we risk together. Read your eye. I owe you that and more. Let's pick this up again in the future. Bliss tries to calm attention. I still need many cycles to prepare, especially if I'm to reboot you both simultaneously. It'll be your choice, Sleeper. You decide when. They reach out and lay a hand on yours. But without this, you'll soon begin a decline. I'm sorry for that. Head spins. Servant slaps a button to open the door. Come on, Sleeper. Let's get some fresh air. You follow him outside, but when you get there, all you can think is that you can't breathe. You don't need to breathe. Live claustrophobia passes over you. You're good hope, sleeper. Seven stares at the lights and signs of flicker roll, looping endlessly. You put what you need in order, and I'll be right there with you. But please to teach me a little about the repairs they've been doing for you. Seven rubs his hands together. I know it's getting worse, but I'll do my best to keep you running. Let me know when you want to leave, and I'll fly out of this place faster than you wouldn't believe. He turns to face you, and we can go wherever we need. Bounce. There's time for us yet. Thank you. Never need to thank me, sleeper. Pats you on the shoulder. Just look after yourself. I was also thinking, Seven looks away. I got a message from Olivera. They're still getting the place together, but Carmen heading back. Probably starting a new chapter. Maybe we should head out there at some point. Lend a hand. He pauses, unwilling to push it further. Just a thought. I know you want to meet that girl again. First, go ahead. Anyway, just give the word. Seven smiles. Won't let you back. He turns and drifts away, leaving you among the cycle second colors and cacophonous sounds of flicker roll. Hey, still, what is that word? Well written game. You're way too well written. 10 out of 10. Game is written in language I barely understand. English. Oh my god. You close your eyes and let them wash over you like a wave. Where in the dark of your mind, you search for Overseer, but Crocodile does not appear. I wonder if, in that final moment, Overseer might have destroyed themselves to end lane. When you feel it flickering nearby, signal in the dark. You open your eyes and see something pass through the screens in a row, shadow in all the dark and brightness. Overseer still be here in the ancient networks of the Epep? Turn away and glide out of the row. You have other things to worry about now. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Nobody's puppet. Break free of Lane's power grip forever. Yippee! We got an achievement. Hey, Cadet. I was wondering how you're doing. How you doing? Cat finds you in the downside thoroughfare. Glass roof canyon of struts and screens. Still recovering. I get it. Cat smiles. But look where we are. He gestures around the broad streets of its layer of taken dirt. Out of a belt. But you really look at the glass roof street. Walls are built from scaffolding shipping containers. Hull plates and solar map units. People glide across the open space to units and shops on either side, and everywhere screens flicker and glare, without sense and reason. You can feel the heat, the power that flows through this place, collected by the vast solar cells that form the city's foundation. Heart is the right word. The place is the center of circulation, tone, muscle thought, and running to a beat. Try to read and see it in her eyes. She loves being here. I've been thinking, glances away, how good it would feel to run my air bike down the street. She smiles. City needs couriers, right? Sure, it's already got some, you know. Of course. I know. She places her shoulder back. There's some unfinished business waiting me down. Meets your eye. What? Rico Drive shut Dwayne with stellar yards, the one that contains the data stream from the drone mid vivisection. It might have caused the loss of an entire station. We need to finish what we started. Cadet looked sadly serious. I'm was responsible and made it known. Claim my name. Is it still irradiated? I would think so. It'll be fading. We can get it in and out safely from what I know. We better try soon, because the safer it gets, the more scavengers will come pick the bones. We want there to be something left to tell the story. I know a lot just went down. Ed puts a hand on her hip. But these clowns could still be operating. Well, they could be trying to do the same thing again on that station. We need to find... Sorry. We need to go find what they did. He takes a deep breath. I'll be waiting. Maybe once it's all done, he turns away. I'll let you take the first epic ride through this place. He raises a hand, and then it's gone. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You have stuff to do. First and foremost, intuition. That was necessary. And yep. Complete so many drives recently. Oh. You have several drives left. Obviously, Major finished the reboot, but I think that's just ending it, like finishing the game. Still, the major quest of the export explosion in nuclear father's. Supposed to still go back to Oliveira and clear out Subo. Yay! Get ahead and kill Subo. Kill these people. We got Guts Exchange, Space Trader Hall, the Subo Safe House. Got Flicker Row. We got Quintana's Corner. We got Strapper Market. We got Flippy Facility. Swan Room. Okay. Always fine. He studies. Junior has gone straight into the hyper core and has asked not to be disturbed. What's she doing down there? Yep. Market. I can do what in the scrap shifts, I guess. But also I can buy scrap components and process more scrap. Ooh. I like doing that. Ooh. Let's go and sell it somewhere else. Using money. Oh, you just buy here. Okay, yeah. In this corner. Buy a meal, but we don't need that right now. Kaboom. Yeah, reboot preparation is happening for Obelisk doing other stuff. Super safe house, and that's I can change. And buy fill up the fuel. Up of supplies. It's good. Anyway, RV. Let's help them clear out that fucking house. Boxes, yeah, and those wouldn't have packed a lot of super materials, but they need moving out. Safe house. Safe house stretch deep into the bloods beyond. Super had many secrets. Time to reveal them. Certainly is. It certainly is. Oh, this one first. I want to see how less bad. Fatal bad. That's good. That's good. This cycle here. Hope for good rolls for next one, so I can finish that one quickly. Yeah, not as good as I had hoped. This is giving me good stuff. Good bunch. And another night. That was cycle. Junie will be ready soon after this one, I think. Let's see. There she done. Hey Junie! Junie nods gently in the frame of the birth story. Deeper? Can I show you something? There's an excitement in her eyes that makes it possible. It's impossible to say no. She takes towards most of the way down to the HAPAP facility, which is no short journey. She explains the scale of the hidden data hidden within the station's mainframe, but also the issues with extracting it. When the HAPAP was first expanded when it became dark side after the collapse, one gave much thought to preserving the existing network architecture. Guides you through the substructure, picking a route through the maze of shattered passages. The parasite were attacked directly into the existing system, so now thousands of cycles later, the two networks are totally enmeshed, dependent on each other. Junie takes a series of sudden turns and you realize it's a very familiar route to her now. Messing with solar networks means messing with the system that keeps the city going. It leads you down a long corridor, one you recognize as leading directly to the core. Let's explain. Meshing is not a good thing. She shakes her head. It makes that side brittle, fragile even. Places on more of a knife's edge than anyone would believe. Look around, certainly the other side are now traveling through cycles away from the collapse. All the data we've been extracting, I've been archiving, Julie continues, it could help us here. It could help us clean up the HAPAP systems. And we could turn this place into an archive so that others could come to learn more of what ruined Solheim left us. There's a lot of data then. Anything you can imagine. Everything from corporate message records to blueprints and maps. Shakes her head. It's too much for me to process and understand. Thanks to our visit to the bunker, I have a plan and something that will help me. If I have the doors of the mainframe and Junie suddenly stops. I spoke to Bliss. They told me. Pauses. I'm sorry, Sleeper. I know you have a lot to deal with right now. It's a lot to process. Thank you. Don't want to talk. She trails off. He hits a button and the door hisses open. We both glide into the mainframe. Its columns studded with the blinking lights of active traffic. Got the idea from you, actually. Well, from you, Overseer. Junie glides over to the mainframe. But the mainframe see now that it's surrounded by new terminals and wiring. Some kind of external access network, Junie has set up. I had to backbone and steel to get this going, but now we have a safe access into the network. Low risk. Moves over to one of the terminals. Not quite finished, though. Recall the last time you were here, Lane, Overseer. We have white light and then nothing. I wonder if Overseer is now. If they are anywhere at all. No matter how it felt being dissolved into the network. Jesus game. The vertiginous possibility of life without a body. I need someone comments to translate me if you can what these words mean. I'm not too versed in English for that to know. Then again, it feels like it's a very high wording of English anyway. Oh, something flickers through the lights. A shimmer of movement, like a fish beneath water. Lieber? Vibrates your flame of thought. Are you listening? I was saying we need more data to finish preparing. She runs. I know. We've already extracted so much. It's often so little that is visible among the bit rot and corruption. Where from? I didn't get the place to get data. Apart from here, it's the biggest pre-collapse facility in the belt. Its hostile conditions means a lot of it's untouched. It's too much for you for your reboot. I get it. I just want to do something with everything we've managed to grab from bunker and the vets. We pulled it from the dart. Let's expose it to the light. Then he turns back to face you. Well, this is what I wanted to show you. Tilts away. I'm not sure I understand. That's okay. Maybe when it's finished, she shrugs. Returns back to the terminal. Before long, she's fully engrossed. She barely even remembers you are here. You've turned into her preparations, start your ascent into the streets of Darkside. Thoughts of Overseer flicking in the back of your mind. Well, she's certainly doing stuff, huh? Also hope I built her archive too. I'm surprised there's so much stuff immediately, like a post-endgame-ish way. I'm surprised by that. I'm surprised. Let's finish this one out first. So, let's see what the safe house is on about. Purchase the last states of crates is guided up and out of the carnivorous Itsubo safe house. You doubt it will be long before the space is filled. Darkside will not tolerate vacuum for long. The city takes every opportunity. Its inhabitants build in every crack and crevice. Itsubo spaces are cleared, they'll be occupied. Against later will be buried in the factories, kitchens, markets, and housing. The people will remember the cold and desperate grip they once held in this place, even if the city does not. And glowed. Oven, hello. I definitely seen this guy before, but I don't know what the voice I gave him. Came to gloat. Voice takes you by surprise, and you seem to be awe-and floating in the shadows. Sorted. Just throw into the pool of yellow light. You're a food tyrant. Be pleased of yourself. The tone is flat, and you're unsure how to read the statement. Damn. Owen's eyes you carefully. On the other hand, you burned those pale eyes out of his skull. Smiles a thin smile. The man just quite decide. You don't recall the moment of Lane's death. In fact, the abstract nature of that moment, almost dreamlike, means you had almost forgotten. Tense a little as his dream comes back to you. A screech of white noise, bathed in white light. Owen is still watching you. He almost would have respected you for actually doing it. Owen inspects his knuckles. I could have respected a creature like you. Screw you, Owen. Vince, please have your response. We're all the same, I mean, we're all on the same side here, sleeper. I came here to clear out all disease, just like you, on gestures out to space, still by to go. I came here to be part of that process. Can't burn everyone you don't like out of this place, I'm afraid. On folds his arms, because it's our home, whether you like it or not. Didn't like Lane, I had to imagine anyone did. The dark side of the opportunity it was, folded Subo from its slumber. Turned the gang into an administration, sitting to a machine. It was too Vedic for my taste, perhaps, but he had his place, shaped into something. But you have no intention of doing the same. So what will happen now? One meets your eye. We've created a space that must be filled. Take responsibility for that at least. People will decide. Or will they? I can see that you don't know the first thing about dark side and its people. People decide on Tsubo. You changed that. Oh, you wanted to pick something else? Opportunists, all of them. They'll choose for your own benefit only. In the end, I should thank you. City was done with Lane. One gives you a nod. I'll be honest enough to admit that you did what I didn't. I'll never forget that you are an outsider here. Outsiders hate outsiders. But you respond, Aaron kicks off and lights up towards the upper levels of our safe house, leaving you alone in the empty space. But you do not put weight to his words. They still sting. If you think there is something to them, who are you to decide the future of a city? Your own future's falling apart each cycle. Your climb is spiral that can trap others in its wake. Necessary transition. Rise before a new shape emerges. Hold your arms crossed. You had your arms close to your side, suddenly cold and the stripped bare safe house, and it said once more. Hmm, I see that. I don't know if I agree with that either. I get what they mean. I get what they mean. Oh, something will definitely have to fill this. Something will definitely have to fill this vacuum that I created. Question is, what will it be? What will it be? Hmm. Yeah, right. Entirely. If I suppose just that side's just not on this map right now. That's weird. It is just weird. Anyway, let's go on that thing in. Yep. Oh, sure as hell get it with me. Shopping. Shopping. I don't even know what Eugene is doing. Wait. Okay. Just quickly. Before we keep going, we're gonna try to finish the game and entirely today, no matter how long it takes me. But yeah, let's do a quick toilet break. Okay, everyone. See you in just a minute. I'm back. But I was still muted. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, I was still muted. Fuck. No. No, it finally happened. It finally happened. So sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. Ah, but yeah, it's depending on how I glitched again. It's complainable stuff, but otherwise I'm fine. I'll quickly open the window. God damn it! I missed that one thing I didn't want to do. No. I hope it wasn't for too long. I hope it was just a quick break. Yeah, probably. Thank God. I've been dying of a heat in here. I don't know why my room is so hot. Alright. Time for everything. Can't have all my streams be without stuff, usually at least. Turns out I'm not even live. Ha 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 ha. No. Okay. Right. Yeah, it's just frozen. You float in the pieces of what was once factory room. There's little way to see what these pieces once were, scattered and stored as they are. You can't assemble them back into that place in your mind, and the longer you have searched here, the more that this broken place has weakened your memory. The more that this broken place has weakened your memory of when it was whole. Still a complete sentence, as I said earlier. But you didn't hear me though. But you have managed to put something together here. Part of the story of Headsport's final moments. Story is told in the blast marks of the exterior plates, the patterns of debris, materials and makeup of the station's remains. Beyond that, one other thing is remarkable. There aren't any bodies. Since the Hexpot had some warning, the lack of docked ships, the lack of mass casualties of the explosions surely killed many. It all suggests a station that had time to react, at least evacuate in part. And then there's a blast, an explosion that the evidence points to as coming from the outside of the station. It's hard to tell, so much secondary damage was caused by debris and shrapnel. The pattern is there, but the pattern is there if you look. Look at your eye and you look over to see Cadet reviving alongside you, studying the same debris as you. Time to put it all together. Yoo-hoo! Oh, you stress too, oh my god. The pieces come together. A moment of warning and evacuation. But an external attack. First causes second. You know, the drone mind was here, being strapped for code and data, screaming for it to stop. And then something happened, something that its captors could not control. Crisis, rapid, panicked, and it was a crisis, rapid, panicked, and Headspot was killed for their crimes. Was cover up, wasn't it? It has been watching you think through the evidence, and you see the flash of recognition in her eyes. Wanted to hide what's happened here. That's what they were doing. Had to be Senate's dad. Well, to sacrifice a station to remain hidden. Didn't see the anger in their eyes. Theory is hard to refute. They brought their own mind here to study, vape to gain any advantage from, and then had something they hadn't won. It's what paid the price. Logic is cruel and cold. Find that the vacuum of the Helion system allows. Find no comfort in knowing the truth. Yeah, it's a very unfortunate. Yeah, most likely the reason what happened. Most likely explains it all. What is this one as well? But it's not like the suits just didn't get up because it just doesn't make any sense. It's radiation, not a. Oops, I calculated data wrong. Let's hope we can still get one more. Let's hope. That's it. We are leaving now. This is someone else's grave, not mine. Evan's right. This is too high. We leave now. Then gets up and heads to the cockpit. Nothing left to say. Aviation is too great for us to stay any longer. The time is up. Take a moment. He looked out across the remains of Headspot. Countless lives changed by the actions of a few. Don't be sad to see the back of this place. Limited answer you have to found here. Too little to reassure you that this will not happen again. Close your eyes, knowing that you will never wipe the memory of the shadow Headspot from your mind. But for now, you must turn to face the future. Time to go. They still wanted to at least over this. I would have made it probably too. No. Damn it. Hey, inside door. No, not here. Fuck. What I want to do. Contract back. Thank God it's not actually super stressing because we're inside. It's been touch sleeper. 7 turns and looks over his shoulder as soon as we enter the cockpit. You sit in the pilot's seat, running diagnostic console. Say we're ready. Reboot. Anything else? No. Bliss. You know Bliss. Seven rolls his eyes a little. Don't worry. He turns fully in his seat. How are you feeling? Oh. Honestly, not bad would be the honestly true answer, but you know. Whatever. What I like to hear. 7 smiles. I know the reboot needs to happen. 7 speaks slowly, carefully. And I know there is seal. I can see all that. But I also know what happened last time. He pauses, and I don't want you to forget again. Lose all this. This is around the cockpit. Everything you've done. That won't happen. I have to believe that, I guess, yeah. I have to believe that. Do you say that though? Definitely try. Wake up without your memories again. Not trying to scare you. I just need to say that if we doesn't go how we want, I'll miss you. I'll miss all this. I'll too. Remember, 7 laughs straightly at his own joke. 7 turns back to his pilot console. Whenever you're ready, we can go to Flicker Roll, to Bliss. 7 ports at the console in front of him. You have things you want to wrap up first, I understand. I'll too. Here, 7 tosses an object across the cockpit and catch it out of the air. Take that with you when you go to Bliss. Good luck. Up behind and see a familiar metal disc. Coin, it's engraved rubbed away to a little more than weight shapes and signs. Paula gave it to me. Now it's yours. Can't run from this forever, right? He glances over his shoulder and smiles. We've done enough running away. He heads back to the console, returns to the diagnostics. You leave the cockpit and run a hand along the metal wall of the passage outside. It's really possible that you could forget all these layers of memory, experience. Perhaps you can put it off a little longer. Hey, number 2, I'm on the belt. Heart loose ends. Perhaps you've had enough of that. Might try to escape the inevitable. Try to recall how it felt when you woke after Lane interrupted first reboot. Even that is fading into a hazy memory, told by an unreliable narrator. Maybe it's just a late step in. One of thousands that put you here. The first of the thousands more that will take you onward. Will come out of your thoughts. Still unsure. Still aware that the decision of when to take that step ultimately rests with you. That's probably why we get glitch show. There's much to celebrate in your return from remains of Headspot, but you're glad to be back here all the same. There's something surprising in that. That's a haven, not a prison. Slowly carrying idea of this overgrown city as a home. You have seen in Headspot, stability cannot be taken for granted. Not anymore on the belt. The outside has a solidity to and life that feels like it might endure. It catches up with you. We need to talk. He looks around. Not here. I have something I want to show you. Oh boy, oh boy. That leads you deep into the heart of Darkside, through quiet corridors and bustling streets. And perhaps you didn't know existed. You glide after her. The station seems to grow in your mind. Possibilities multiplied by the roads that pass through it. Just through here. Through here. Just through here. Leads you across a covered bridge, the view of either side looking down cabins of lit units. It's close to the center of Darkside. The air is warm of the passage, and the passages are quiet. Yeah, Cadet smiles. This is the place. Points at a lone wide entrance with storage racks inside. Its door is a smaller unit with a window looking out of the passage. Seems like a workshop, perhaps abandoned or never finished. Dusty and dark. I've been keeping an eye on it. It's abandoned. glides inside and slaps a wall pad. Lights are gone, illuminating a constellation of dust. Floats and glittering specks. Promising? It laughs. Oh, I know it's right, but it's a start. We've been on that side. I've been coming. When we've been on that side, I've been coming out here. I just haven't crossed it, but I knew when I found it. Let's start again, Sleeper. She nods on the metal wall. This is where I'm going to make a start. Let's start. I saw an head spot. What left of it just confirmed it to me. We cannot stop Senate's dead. Such as we cannot stop that war. He runs a finger along the storage rates. We have what? The drive? Our suspicions? That is dead is vast. We pin this to them, even if they wanted to. He looks over workshop. I don't want to think about it anymore. I want to start again. I want to work, to ride my bike and courier packages. Till I fall into my bed at the end of the day with nothing left. Dad picks up a cold, corroded tool from the wrecks. I want to build something here, in spite of everything. In spite of the fact that they have paid it all away. Because that's the point. Go on living without conceding. Go on building, trying to build something we can find where we can find it. That's what I brought you here to understand, so you know why I'm letting this all go. Let's all go. I want to support it, but I also want to still go after this. I can. That shakes her head. Yeah, I can and I will. What am I supposed to face, to take in? Eyes flash with anger. How many crises are enough to prove myself? I'm not giving up, I'm stepping away. That meets the eye. I'm not ashamed. Old life is gone. My name of fast spindle doesn't matter. Spindle jades have forgotten me. But this place, it smiles. Doesn't know me at all. You know where the drive is, what it contains. You know what happened to Headspot. Its eyes shine to what shop lights. Hit it for me. It's all yours now. I can't carry it anymore. I will. Not. Thank you. The travels are over. If you need to find me, I'll be here. Thank you for all you've done. Hope you can understand why I need to do this. She turns and disappears deeper into the workshop. Cross the bridge again, the outside glowing on all sides. Think of a drive buried deep in some compartments within the Stellar Yards hub. With data worth destroying the station over. Yours now. You wonder if you cross back into the city, your mind racing. Does all this end well? Good question. Very, very good question. Yeah. It's busy setting up a new courier service. I'm trying to forget the path she brought her here. I get her, but still. Oh, yeah, I should definitely do that first. Stop it not deteriorating any quicker now. Hope. Cool, positive. That's rare. Just energy. Don't care about that. Really eat something. We need more supplies. I just realized. Oops. It's fine, it's fine. I realize I need to eat something. Okay, I get it. Okay, I did something while low energy. Okay, yeah, I hear you. Fuck, I need that too. I need fuel. Need food. I get food here. Damn it. I need to find something. Good. Oh, I don't defeat it to a stray. I need to eat something. Strays go to the shop anyway. But I can't do anything about that. I don't know if it's the cycle limit I have on my body. As usual, still just stop coming down. Oh no, I hope I don't have to witness that. I need 6 of these. 6. Open 6 of them. 2 more, 2 more. Ah, fuck. I flick of a dart before waking, and numbness would follow soon after. Wake slowly and stare out of the flickering stars of the distant rods of a belt. Thoughts of fear, panic wash over you. As like the soft dust of a bell disappearing into darkness. Find yourself once more, as you do every morning, as you will continue to do, cycle after cycle. You can't. Wonder what part of you is that changed, what system is failing. If fame is silent, complaints only felt in the biggest sensations. Which seem random, unpredictable, but also inevitable. Only increase in number until you reboot yourself, but you do not know what lies beyond that. At least the glitches are dependably familiar. Reboot is anything but another permanent glitch. Now we're half glitched out. Fuck. We have to do with this wall, I tell you. It's a terrible wall too. Well, I don't need fuel. I don't need fuel. Sleep another night, and you have to. Better than this. I don't have much left. Only level 2 now. Fuck. Can't rely on these. Terrible. Need 2 more. Thank you. Only bad. Be bad. I got at least one good one. Let's go back here and then I'll see. This is really bad. That's lovely. And fire, that's nice. We are positive. Okay, it just takes me some energy. If negative, that's fine. Barely visty. Barely visty. Sure. We go again. Level 6. We get that. Okay. Waiting for it feels like a long time. If you're waiting for it feels like a long time, yeah. Judy insists that you can help, so you find yourself floating in the baking heat of the Hep mainframe while she taps away at her terminal. As you do, you can't help but shake the feeling of a presence nearby, one that you are coming to understand as some remnant of Overseer. You don't know if Overseer was ever really a person. You don't know if Overseer was ever really a person, but now there are many selves combined and dispersed, their consciousness expanded, trying to fill the vast space of the headpad and networks. They surely aren't even close to human anymore. You think of them as a ghost, but perhaps now they are better understood as something less mournful. As a system, a process, a thing becoming. The entire station is their body. You can't help but wonder how that feels. And we are ready. When he hits T on the terminal with percussive force. It'll take a little while, but she'll be online in a few moments. She looks flush with excitement. G? Weren't you listening last time? Junie sprints at you. Don't tell me you drifted off. I was waiting for Overseer. Junie shakes her head. And you don't know. Suddenly looks concerned. The voice screeches out of the terminals. Descends in pitch from a squeal to a speaking. Then, below the mainframe, a flickering projection appears. First in lines, then a solid light. Oh, it's Warden! It's been a while. Bunker protocol, yes. Welcome, visitors. Warden flickers and twerps. I am the Warden. Please provide... Miss Judson and freezes, then blinks out. Shit! He taps the terminal. Reconfigure her for the Hep environment. Warden? Seriously? What? He doesn't look up from the terminal. I told you last time, we need a way to process and understand all this data. Warden is perfect. Don't let her not blow up my faces, man. Won't. Junie glances over her shoulder. I take precautions, she can't hurt us. Ignition is right. Ignition is right. Warden clipped voice echoes through the cavernous mainframe bay. My portable is operating under safe mode. Limitations. Warden's blind eyes stare out over your head. Do not be concerned, Officer Dull. Sorry, I'll fix that. Warden. Archiving was her role in the bunker. She's ideally suited for this, and she understands Storm's networks better than we ever could. Junie smiles. Come on. You have to admit this is pretty cool. Look at the statuesque figure of Warden, once at the heart of Storm's intelligence gathering operations across the belt. Could such a oversight ever be used for something good? Corporate oversight. Look, watch this. He returns to Warden. Warden, provide the last known location of every Storm vessel above Vigorous class in the Starward belt. Immediately, technician. Warden draws a circle with a pointed finger in its bands, burning with bright specks. First hundreds and then thousands, a constellation of sights. See? Junie grins. This is our future, built on foundations of our past. Tools are ours now. Look at the art of specks, a point to light describing the shape of a long-dead corporation's power. It's incredible. A bit scary, sure, but it's most incredible. Junie smiles. It is. You don't need to know what the system was built on. One can do that. Expose that. It's up to us to reshape the ruins into something new. I knew when I saw her that I couldn't leave her here, alone in the dark. I've been in that dark pit and I won't condemn another being to it. Junie looks at the blessed one. Human or not, but we treat her as a test of our own values. Oh, the word we project. Data is not a currency, it's not a commodity. the material output of a system, a structure, a society. Johnny meets your eye. This would be a place to uncover that system for ourselves. We looked around over at the chaotic trailing wires and the floating terminals. Once I've cleared up a bit. She nods. She laughs. You and Junie spend a little longer. You and Junie spend a little longer in the mainframe, sorting cables and offering warm casual queries. Not all of them return useful information, and Junie begins to listen out of changes she'll make to make. Well, you both find this tiring, heads aching, all the fresh information you've just crammed into him. So you close up the core and descend back through the layers of facility to the outside surface. As you do, you feel the history of each strata, the layers that make up this place, and the world beyond. Now more than ever, it feels tangible to you, as if it contains not only the past, but the promise of the future as well. It's nice. It is quite nice. I want to bleed it. Time for Oliveira. No, stay here. Here we go over the hollow. It's fine. I need to read anyway. Reship there. Maybe still some shit. I really don't love this. Really don't. This scrap is really good to sell. Really good to sell. Let's see, fill up my fuel again. For supplies. We'll feed the cat again. It's gonna come out anytime soon anyway. I don't think it will ever be time where she actually will like us, but hey, on what you already saw of her, that's fine. It's honestly fine for me too. Okay, time to buy some. Oh, not here. Where is it? Oh, must be part of this then. Yeah, there it is. It really is, but you know. This chase it is. This chase it is. Online time to Oliveira for the reboot. Someone can be happy. Stop! Shall figure meets you in the docking tunnel. No servitors allowed. Hey kid. 7 lights towards ruffled figures here. Still playing, Sheriff? Nah, just a bored. And it grins. What are you two doing here? He glides alongside you and Seraphim as you drift through a tunnel. None of your business, Seraphim pushes past. No offense, kid, but you aren't actually the sheriff around here. You pass through familiar doors and back into Oliveira. Surprisingly pleasant feeling. Oddly, like coming home. Came. Cadence is there. Cadence is there, and the docking control is waiting to greet you. I'm impressed. Then face immediately erupts into an uncontainable smile. Cadence, says you. You remember each other, right? It's been like a few weeks. Cycles, whatever you want to say it. A Pacific colony. Cadence, their pen answer seems tend to cover for Seraphim's openness. Yeah, I remember them. Both of you descend down through the docking tower, driven into Oliveira itself. Probably looks much the same as when you left, though you pick up from Cadence that changes are coming. Comes back with vengeance since the outside. Cadence smells. He's all about expanding and improving the colony, which is why I asked you to come. Nickname slips out, but both Cadence and Seraphim look at it. Lock it and glance. Both Cadence and Seraphim lock it and glance at you. As you reach the core of the colony, you see the increased activity. There are more colonists than you remember, and they move back and forth with purpose, carrying crates and tools. Shadow less than usual. We need all the help we can get to sort the place out. Cadence notices you watching with streams of freight and people. Someone wants to do some kind of event, anniversary, I think. Not the founders and all that. Early wait party. Said it Vince. Can't wait. Can't wait. So, Cadence, it's between you and Seven. What do you think? Some colony-mandated manual labor? She wins. Kevin gives you a sideways glance, observing your response carefully. What did you say no? So, we have our spots. Binary, farm states, and this thing. It's like, Jesus Christ. That's a lot of shit happening here, huh? I guess you're all wet with that. Oh boy. I don't know if I can afford to stay all this time, you know? I don't know if I can afford it. Oh, these actually best. Oh, you know, anyway. Maybe it just takes my energy. Positive, it'll be good. If it's positive. That is. Danger, I would never have danger stop me. I really just need something. Yep, I have no food. I have to eat here. I don't like that fight. I don't like that fight at all. I don't like it one bit. Still 20% chance. Not yet though, not yet. Let's do a thing using +2 over time. This is best to do. All for positive. Oh, will give me any back too. Oh well. Let's know for next cycle. For next cycle. That's just a bad wall. This is a bit more neutral. Hey. Oh, it's not what I want to put in there. Oh, damn it. Plus energy, huh? Well, positive. Oh, yeah, positive. Yeah, I was waiting for that one. I'll be honest. I was waiting for that one. Well, that was just terrible. That was just terrible. Yeah, expected. Working as hard as I can. Well, I still have half of my body working, at least. At least. I changed each cycle. You feel it now. Unraveling of your fame. At first it happens in shifts. Now it's a constant, a regular reminder. You feel never part of your fame or offline. You wonder about how essential it is to your survival. Think of Flint. Remember that Flint is waiting for a reboot that will never end will end with a decline. Realization is unpleasant. You can hold into your own suffering. Do you really want to prolong the suffering of another? Flint is in your orbit. Whether you like it or not, they're patch affecting by the gravity of your own. Perhaps you have delayed long enough. Perhaps it's time yet. Few loose ends left tidy in the belt made to loose ends drifting in material. You can walk through the dark. Ben, you can walk through the dark door of the reboot. Exactly what I want to do. Exactly what I want to do. Nope, not dead. Come on, be positive. At least that. At least that. Come on, one of you two can be positive. Oh. Oh. Okay, still have some time to go. Didn't entirely count down how many I need. Still get the second to last glitch. Still must be some time. I can work with you. That's all important. Right, I forgot. I only have one remaining. There should be enough now. Past seconds, Oliver, I have been busy. Have been busy enough to take your mind off most things. All the heavy lifting manual work has been a welcome distraction from the looming specter of a second reboot. The good mood of the others has been infectious. The good way. Seven has been almost annoyingly upbeat. His relationship with Ken's the worst kept secret in the colony. Working alongside them, it's hard to ignore their deep feelings for each other. Xander has been happy because he has something new to rip cadence about, and Seraphin, with his self-serious manner, is an easy target for pranks and teasing. Xander also hasn't been able to stop talking about the party, which he already seems to have decided will be one of the highlights of his youth. Now, finally, the cycle of the party has arrived. Canteen is done up with hanging. Once again, the canteen is done up with hanging light strips, living gently in the asteroid's microgravity. Strips themselves salvaged from the emergency lighting of starships. Lovely. Of the word stopped and all the colors yet to arrive, you'll find the rebuild filling your mind once again, growing like a shadow. Something on your mind, then? Voice takes you by surprise. Oh, colonists. Tennessee colonists you haven't met before. An older man in some sort of supportive chair. His hair shot through with gray in his face shallow. Didn't mean to startle you. My apologies. His pale eyes scan you. It just seems like you might need some company. There's a strange look in his eyes that you can't quite place. He's looking at you like you have met many times before. You've never seen him before in your life. Beautiful, doesn't it? That's just to the canteen with the hanging lights. Chair propelled him forward with little puffs of air. Young people did such a good job. Warms my heart to see it like this. Never thought this rock could ever be a home. He looked sideways at you. Have you lived here long? Oh, since the beginning, before there was a home. Before there was a here. Like when there was just a wreck in the rock. But don't chat about me. I want to know about you. There's this chair a little. What's eating you? The way you were starting at those light strips. It was you're about to leap down and strangle you. Suddenly comes a cough. I'm afraid of the future. I can see that. I am myself most days. Sighs. After a certain point, you realize it isn't going to get better. So all you have to wait for is things getting worse. This body of mine is down a trajectory, that's for sure. It's mine. Grown into it, and I guess in the end, I like it because it's mine. It'll carry me all the way till the end. Then go on and become something else entirely. I don't know why, but that thought always helps me. Coughs 3 times, hard like gunshots. I twins at you. Sorry, I'm not good with reassuring people. I just remember that. He smiles, but I do like chatting. Let's back the strip lights. Really lovely, isn't it? Just beautiful. Put back the light strips now, and as the hum of the people arriving filters into the canteen, there's something in the air. Anticipation. Friends of a rare moment passing through. Something to hold on to and then let go. And it's really beautiful. When you turn back to your oldest tallest tree with him, he's already gone. Hey, sleeper. Stefan pushes through the now gathering crowd towards you. What you drink? He offers you a punch of some amber liquid. Hey, Cadence comes up alongside you and hugs you with one arm. Wondered where you were hiding. He smiles warmly at you with an infectious smile. I got how mentioning the old colonist to her, asking about him, but Seraphim pushes the two of you. Round's about to start. You follow Seraphim's eyes in front of the canteen, where above the heads of a now quite large crowd of colonists, Carmen floats Surveying the room. We met this cycle. Pam begins, his voice loud but clipped. Former me, you haven't heard him about before. First remember those founders of this colony, those lost and still with us. I'll never forget the distress call that brought me here, to the wreck of the pilgrim's seat. I'll never forget of that scene that greeted me. I know where you were too. I have to look something up. It reminds me, it must be from the first game. It must be from the first game. I'm sorry, it's a little detour, trend just now, but done yet. Oh yeah, it must have been Soul from the first game. Yeah, it made sense. It made sense. Yeah, it made so much sense. Okay, so I'll never forget the distress call it brought me here. I'll never forget the scenes that greeted me, and I know some of you were there too. The humble of acknowledgement moves through a crowd. But I also know that many of you weren't. That many of you came here to take refuge from other troubles. And I would like you to be able to remember too. He glares at Tayden's eyes fixed with incredible intensity and calm. He looked wet in the glow of the light strips. There were thousands of refugees on the pilgrim's seat. Too many, far too many were lost. Those from Ember's Steep, Ember's Son, Ember's Half. Those from the Three Sisters, from the Island's Eye. Hey, it's the first game's location. Yay! Also, yeah, these are all very nice names for the big planets in the inner system and all big in the war. Or let's be honest, we don't know too much how that war is actually doing. Actually. Yeah. Many are not here in Oliveira any longer, taking their own paths across the belt and beyond. We acknowledged them all, remembering them all, lost and found, present and absent, because without them there would be no colony here. Before it was wrecked, Oliveira was a handful of buried base, scrappers' hideout. A place for old and tired mercenaries like me to hide themselves. And from the universe to figure out what they had done. But when Pilton's seat was wrecked, it brought the universe back to Oliveira, and I could not hide any longer. Carmen stares out and across the crowd with her hand turned clear. We built this canteen from the pilgrim's seat. We built our homes, our farms, our refinery. We built our independence from their failed hope. A rustle of discomfort goes through the crowd. Carmen pauses to let this settle. We should not be ashamed of the fate of this. We will remember this gift. We will build on it. We'll build on it. The cycle and every cycle after, we'll thank them with our actions. Godmother's agreement. Carmen takes a deep breath and straightens up. Weight is lifted from him. Weight of testimony. Now, here in this room with you, I'll thank them for my laughter. Thank them with my laughter. I'll thank them with you, with my joy, with my celebration. Never roar of approval. We'll thank them as loudly, as chaotically as we can. About cheers and applause. Cheer and applaud too. Boop, Seraphim laughs nearby. Can you feel a pair of hands on your arm? Clayton's pulling you and grinning and crying. Feel another hand on your other arm, Seraphim dragging you into the crowd. Then you're in the thick of a crowd, so many bodies in the room, dancing and spinning and shouting, like it's like nothing you've ever seen. You notice the rest of the crew, and immediately a flash of familiar face here, and one masked colonists. See Xander being thrown up in the air by a group of different kids of different ages, laughing madly as he bounces off the ceiling. And for the rest of the cycle, you think about nothing else but the joy of those around you, the joy it instills in you. Aw, that's so nice. Oh. Fading in and out. Over there, huh? Wake up in your berth, the same light that always shines, your belt shining the same light that always shines on the belt, shining intensely through the window. You're slow to rise, slow to begin this fresh cycle. At some point, Seraphim arrives back onto the wake, No indication of whether he slept or not. Find him in cockpit, leaning on the pilot's chair, looking out the nights of Oliveira and smiling. Good party, Turtles. Not sure I've seen anything like it. Those cadence. Seven gives you a look. She's great. She loved seeing you let it all go. Smiles. I too. Seven yawns, stretches. Oh! He sniffs. Oliveira's all fixed up, calling us so happy, blah blah blah. Where to now? Don't you want to say? Here? Seven shots. Still a bit too much of a backwater for my taste. He grins. Cadence understands, don't worry. He paused a moment, something passing over him that made some shiver. I heard from Teller. He looks away. Wellspring is still in transition, but the Union Council is taking over. Kurt got what he wanted. The Kate will come down soon, but nice. I'm not sure I'm ready to revisit that place yet. He looks at you and smiles. When I come back to Teller, I want to have something to show for myself, you know? I get it. Family. He shrugs. Hi, welcome back, welcome back. You missed a lot, but yeah, welcome back. Hope you rested well. Hope you rested well. Bye to you too. At that moment, I was entirely muted for like a few sole minutes of gameplay. But it wasn't too much. It wasn't too much substance. But yeah, I was like, yay, finally, stuff is happening. I'm becoming a real VTuber. Stuff is happening to me. I was really just arriving at a site. Wait, I flew to, and when I arrived, I had a quick toilet break. You know, general quick rest break. And I came back, I forgot to unmute myself. Oops. I was literally just, you know, some quick dialogue, not too much. It happens. It could be worse. Could be entire stream. Oh god. Thank god it wasn't. Alright, continuing on. Maybe once reboot is done, once the blockade is down, maybe we can visit them. Seven takes a breath. I'll get there some title soon. You're unsure of Seven is trying to convince you or himself. Duchess shaking off his feeling. For now, through no, the belt is ours to explore. Rivera have filled our tank. Rivera have filled a few tanks, so it's really up to you where to go. He gets up. While you deciding, I'm going to dig up some. I'm going to have some breakfast. He lights out of the cockpit. Take a moment to look out across the tiny lights of Oliveira, dwarfed by the crater and the wreck that sits at its far end. Not bad. Not bad at all, you think? Yay, Pilgrim Bloom, discover the origin of Oliveira. We did indeed, we did indeed. We filled up and it's time to head back then, huh? Only one place I still want to be. Let's turn first to this thing. Oh, this is good. We got down to still only having 3 glitches, I guess. That's good. That's new. Yeah, you can see we proceeding to get more glitches until we have to finally fully reboot ourselves. Because in the meantime, my dear, since you weren't here, we've dealt with the big evil Lane. He's gone. Our conscience is good again, but yeah, our body is really in need of a full reboot now, which might delete our entire memory. So yay. I see you. I see you. If we reinvested head spawned. Know what to do with this, son. You go from here into there. the fast spindle says. Can't do anything with that drive now. Just says deal with the drive. I'm like, yeah, what am I supposed to deal with that drive I still have? I don't know what any of this means. It's not here, man. I guess it's not here. Definitely fuel backup though. You don't dip my stuff? What's the pain here? And the money means there's nothing to buy here. Right. Oops. What I'm doing. Oh. I should probably just return to the thing. Hmm. I can see you sending me stuff. How dare you? I don't know why, but why my Discord isn't muted for me. It's fine. Let's see. Looking up what I could do next. Oh, it made so much sense to go over here. We've gone the other way, but yeah, it's happening. It happens. Go there and then deal with the drive finally. Workshop of Cadets Data Scrapper friend is just as the two of you left it. Remember the titles you and Cadet spend in here poring over the dark data, the strange fragments of the drone minds, protests seeding among the cold code. When the drive, the Cadet told you it would be a compartment under the padding in the bunk of a bunk lined with thick shielding that makes its contents undetectable. Pull the drive out, the metal cold on your hands. You have a sudden urge to smash it to pieces. The object was just stayed head sport when so many others didn't. Then instead, and it was then instead, you're sure of it now, decided to cover up what they've done. They first made sure that this drive would get out, that it would pass on the fast spindle and then onward. Something went wrong, some miscommunication or mistake. That's all it was. Tiny slip and it fell apart. Now the drive is in your hands instead. Turn it over in your hands. Now the drive contains Conway access codes, control codes, and perhaps more besides. Data of great value, data that would win the war. And also know you're sick of thinking about it. Oh boy, that's a hard decision. We only had someone. Ooh. There's honestly the hardest shit to think about so far in this game. This drive has always been basically one of the things of the very big and top war and stuff. Basically caused the entire station to implode as a cover up of its contents. And we only had one friend which discovered it so far say it's not worth it anymore. I just want to live my life, not be eventually, destroyed by this. Leave it behind and say no. If you want to, you can do it on your own. And now you decision to do it or smash that drive, and I don't know what I need. I don't know what I should do. I don't know what I should do. This obviously is available and stuff. And either just I don't know what I would want to use it for though. What could I do with it? Obviously, if I wanted it to exist and We're gonna sleep. Hi, Rev. Hi. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. I have a hard time deciding whether this really valuable drive that belongs to evil corporate overlords, I should take it and use it against them, or smash it so they can't get it anymore. Take the drive? Okay, I'll take the drive. Thank you. Always take. That's my mantra. Always take, never give. I know. Zip a drive to your pocket and close up the workshop. Get back to the rigging. As you do, you turn the drive over in your pocket, unsure what the next step might be. The light through the hub, you pass shipbuilders and crews, all moving on their own vectors. It's strange to carry the drive past these people, all of them totally unaware of the threat it might pose to them. The station. Excuse me? They just stops you in this kind of passageway with a hand on your shoulder. Can I ask for your help with something? You've definitely seen this guy before. Haven't met, stranger. Sudden appearance shakes you out of your thoughts. Will you take your hand out of your pocket, off the drive? Behave, people. You know a stranger in front of you. He's roughly dressed in a heavy coat. He's otherwise unremarkable. You could have passed him many times before, you'd not have known. I'm looking for something. He looks over his glasses. A little lost drive. Are you? What concerns my client more than me? He leans back a little, a voice calm. Deductions won't be necessary, but the drive belongs to my client, and he will be very happy to see it returned. Suddenly something catches your eye. A set of dice, like those. They stand still. Stranger is playing with them in one hand, only end over end of the station's microgravity. The dice. Stranger looks down at them, as he had forgotten he was holding them. Must have lived and love to play games to pass the time. I enjoyed the stars of. Everybody cares of stars and Stoke with its unpredictable gifts. I see what's up. It looks like a character I already know. Where do I know him from? I know him from something. Yeah, as far as I know, I don't think I want to give him a drive because it's definitely. Oh, it's just version of tell it's inevitably age, but definitely someone who's either related or a character from first game. Again, cool. That this character survived. However, I'm not gonna give you that drive. Suppose it runs in our family. Besides, I don't bore you with childhood stories. Let's be direct. Gives you a friendly smile. The search for a drive brought me to the Stella Yards, but from here, the trail uncold. It was until you arrived. He pushes his glasses up in his face. The trail led back up again. Like that. I probably should have crushed that drive. Stranger moves his hand in his jacket a little, and you see a shape in there. Outside impression in the fabric. I've never intended these events, you must understand. One of our other contractors proved to be overzealous in an attempt to conceal a mistake. The result was an regrettable situation you saw in Hatesport. But for all that to be nothing. But for all that to be for nothing, that would be a waste beyond the original act. Bridging insult to injury. Stranger shies face. Much to be gained in a system desperate for peace. For war to be ended, for wars tend to end when one side concedes. I'm sorry, I don't believe you. The truth does not necessarily believe in it. Only 3 possible futures remain for the belt. I'm trying to facilitate one for the better ones. That's why I'm here. But if you need additional persuasion, I'm authorized to offer you 300 cryo as a reflection of your efforts. Result, the stranger smiles again, his tone never strained from its business-like calm. You are not, no, but break the drive quickly. Now, can you return my client's drive? The stranger hands shift in his jacket pocket. I have a feeling this is not a choice you can deny. Oops, it broke. Sorry. It's definitely, hey, you should have broke the drive no matter what. Just destroy this. You just can't do much. You grip the drive in your pocket so hard that the casing starts to crack. See the stranger's eyes flash a warning. You dash the drive against the metal wall of the passageway, splintering into 1,000 shards that pepper the two of you with cuts and stretches. Stranger shakes his head. A regrettable decision. You hold yourself ready, accepting of retaliation, but it does not come. Stranger simply turns and clunks away down the passage. No need to waste another word on you. The transaction is complete. Head back to the rig. As you do, a weight lifts off your shoulders with the very corridor. Each junction. It's about the transit shuttle that will take you to Marco's yard, back to the rig. You think of Hatesport and what is left of that place. Never forget what happened to the station, but you will not let it steal your future. Yet refuse to be sucked into that web of secrets, and now you refuse to. There will be no account of Sinstead crimes. There will be no reckoning. There will be a life outside of the future they want, but there will be a life outside of the future they want for the belt. You know it. Unfortunately, it can't always be the right thing, the best thing. Oh. Yeah, let's go. Finally. If we ever needed a face, we now have everything. I don't even know why we gave us one more. I guess so that you don't have to do everything. To upgrade everything, but yeah. Cool. Let's get back to the home system. Get ready for a reboot. That's the only thing remaining. Oh boy, can't wait for that. So, last thing we can do. Finish the reboot. It's time. You turn Seraphin's coin over and over in your fingers as you stand and flick a row. Crowds pushing past on the way to whatever future awaits them. Fingers glide over worn metal as you imagine servants have, tellers have, in moments of anticipation. Perhaps others, before the coin came to be tellers, have repeated the same ritual, the same nervous routine. Their fingers were human, born, not made. This intrusive thought makes you slip a coin into a pocket quickly. It had delivered a shock. You hear a hiss and the door of the shop slides open, revealing Ankita. You see her eyes scan the crowds, almost defensively, before she spots you there, nods in your direction. Ankita looks around a moment, then approaches you. She looks tired, but her stubborn ferocity bubbles under the surface. Bliss is waiting for you. He nods back towards the shop, which I guess is why you have hanging around here. Why you are hanging around out here. Nervous. Of course. Looks around for the crowd. Look, sleeper. If you want my advice, you have to find a way to keep up with yourself. Change is constant, but sometimes you can get it left behind. Well, I've been up to ish 300 at times, so it's not little, but two things. First of all, from game perspective wise, I'm not gonna spend anywhere close to these 300 cryos, even if you wanted me to. Secondly, fuck Big Corpo. Fuck Big Corpo. In general. Okay. I need to stand up a little. Nikita looks away, the signs of flicker roll with reflecting eyes. I just remembered. I owe you an explanation. I promised to tell you why I wanted Itsubo out if we managed it. Jade said, I guess it's not very good with promises. Well, why did you? He is still staring at the signs. I drop you, sleeper. Did you know that? Doesn't wait for an answer. After I came to the belt and the Bliss and I, she pauses, not wanting to say it. I had nothing left. This is where I came. And when I got here, my home was gone. Premises. Those two bastards had destroyed it, strangled the life out of it. I was looking for something to fight for on my own terms. Outside became bad for me. Besides, that's all we're getting. Almost stepped. That's all you're getting. Almost stepped. Here, looks over her shoulder. Look, Bliss wouldn't be happy if they saw me out here chatting with you when you already paid for your appointment. She smiles at herself. And I don't need more reasons for Bliss to be unhappy with me. He grabs you by the shoulder and steers you towards the shop entrance. I'll catch you after. Don't you worry. Pushes you towards the door and then turns away and disappears into the lights of Flickerville. You take a final moment and then wheel yourself inside, leaving the glimmering lights and the shifting crowd behind. This is perched at the console. You turn as you enter. Finally, smile weakly. Make me think you wouldn't show. Sondita. Oh, yes. Bliss looks away. We're talking again. There's a lot to do and she needs a backup. I'm figured here this way well unless she's busy, so it's all the best. But I don't think she'll ever change, but people surprise you sometimes. They smile tentatively. Anyway, besides, it's not what you're here for. You need to focus on the reboot. I'm sure Seraphim told you, but everything's ready. It's just two couches with straps, where she built connectors in a bundle of wires at one end. Hope it will be comfortable for you both. Yeah, where's Flint? Just getting some air. Flint leans to the open doorway, watching you both. Pale face looks even more drained of color than usual. Yeah, sorry to have kept you waiting, Flint. Flint comes out the shop and nods at you. Let's do this. Take sharp, shaky breath. I'm ready. Flint and Bliss go silent. The sound of the crowds outside filters gently into the room, mixing with the whine of the airside and the hum of the terminals. Not much more to say. I have to say, opening that window earlier, just as just after I realized I was muted for a little. Has toned down the temperature for roughly 3 degrees. That's honestly more than I thought it would be. Thank God, it was so hot in here earlier. More than 26 degrees. Now it's down to 23.5. Ooh. Okay. Plus looks at you both. Okay. He paused. Let's begin. Let's help you and Flint onto your couches. Settle there and slide your arms and legs under the straps. It will keep you in place. Connector with its big bundle of wires waves around above your head. It's not hard to feel exposed, lying here on your back, anticipating what's to come. It's even harder when your memory of waking up to this very same ceiling, with its bundles of dangling tech and stretch plating forces itself into your mind. You've been here before. Last time you woke up into fear and panic, or to a desperate escape in this scattered mind. The reboot interrupted. Your thought sets you trembling. Then, staring up at the same ceiling, the trembling dissipates. After all, you're back here now. And that means you survived this crisis. Grew from it. Took the hit and bounced back unbeaten. All good here? His face floats in your vision. All good. How about you, Flint? Pretty had to see Flint lying beside you, stiff and still. You managed to tight-lip knot. But yet Flint staring at the ceiling, like you were a moment ago. You feel a rush of sympathy. After all, we haven't faced this before, like you have. You're stepping into a future we cannot see. You've been here before, now you're just completing the journey. Careful, Flint. Raise an arm, reaching across the gap between the couches, and your hand touches Flint's. They don't look at you, but they grip your finger and tightly. Aww. Flint's fingers feel different to human fingers. With thick vinyl skin, with hair patches, pressure of a metal skeleton beneath. No, this is what your touch feels like too. Recognition is it's like a connection being made. Close your eyes and feel something floating between the two of you. So already so embodied that it reverberates within you. I'm connecting you to the terminal. This voice already feels distant, lost in the noise. You have a cold click of a connector, sends of flowing data. I'll be here when you wake up. In the dark, you feel restless. Shuffle your fingers, adjust your position against the couch. It takes you a moment to notice the sound has gone, the rumbles of a crowd, the hum of the machines. This detail unsettles you, so you search for reassurance. Think of bliss words. I'll be there when you wake up. Focus on them. The possibility of waking up, of being someone renewed. What would your renewal look like? Your eyes blinking into the lights of flicker roll. Bliss, Seraphim, and renewed Flint beside you. But on what? Travel? Light switched out on the screen. A vector leading you heavy onwards. Why stop now? How far does that line stretch? What does it compass? It's a question. I don't think it would stay behind. I'll still say in general the belt, not beyond the belt. Sure, it's certainly a way to technically go, extra travel out of the system entirely. But I think we would probably stay within the belt, not remain on that side. This place is probably just too deep in our memories to feel like a home. I mean, we have other places we can be. We have certainly a lot of places that probably like us a lot. Or at least, a few of them. Maybe there's more to the belt than just the belt itself. Don't know yet. Don't know that. Tough curve of what's bridging the edge of the system in space beyond. There's enough here for a lifetime, maybe more. Merging the shadow of the collapse, but where does this vector terminate? So, yeah, right. We can Junie, Italian State, turn Wellspring, Servant Olivera. Let's see. What? Of course. Junie and Hellion Gate. I think Junie is the first person that operates alone. I think she'd be fine alone. And Hellion Gate is basically just a space station with an object floating in space. Seraphim is probably best with his partner, with her on Olivera. Probably come by every now and then. I think I could work with Cal on Wellspring. They need the help. On Wellspring, something's being built, something you could have abandoned. Cal's welcoming smile would be a beacon and welcomes you on landing. God's firm embrace, letting you into a shared future. Wellspring's border is a reservoir and more than just one. There's a possibility waiting to be unlocked, and flow to all equally. An image, a meeting of the ice miners, and the warmth of a cut. Trust, solidarity, and mutual aid for the foundation of a new arrangement of the station. Foundation harder, stronger, more crystalline than the ice. The warmth of that place in your chest, the glow of the future arriving, shackles thrown off. And you feel it. Distant pulling of a thread, a murmuring of your very self. The you comes on slow, and icy sleeping onto your mind. Little pieces of you flake off in the flow, fading with distance. Your voice, Bliss' voice, so far away now, you reach for it, but your very sense towards its familiar warmth. Starting to reboot. Whisper into the wind. Put away from the moment it is spoken. See you on the other side. All of a sudden, wish you could make it stop. Incessant entropy of time, the tumbling of rods through space, getting further apart every cycle, disappearing into the vacuum ahead. The decay of cells, the degradation of code, the convulsion rot of rust. Wish in this moment freeze it all, so you might hang onto it. Preserve the warmth, the light, the softness at the heart of things. This thought grips you. Tears into you like fear. Feel like the ice creeping in and know that everything will be lost. Not now. Mere moments away. When you feel it, possibly, Servant's coin won't move you. to move my worry, turning in your hand. Time has been pressed, red coin by hand, by hands, by fingers. Is a near infinite record of transistent touches, each one shaping it in some small way. It is worn and worthless, it is bent and broken, beautiful in all of those things. And so you press your thumb against it. Foot, I used thumb. Then again, because you're broken, you're a broken thing, and you have nothing left but that brokenness, beauty that shines through it. When somewhere nearby, a button is pressed. All at once, one thing ends, something new begins. Oh. Ah, I knew it. Woo! Why don't you for my eyes to start watering? Holy moly, it was. I loved the first game for its storytelling. It's incredibly just well put in your head. I was not prepared for this. Over its length, which is just feels like definitely for sure quite longer than the first one. But also just so good. So many again, what the first one did great already. The art style is so amazing. The way it was all drawn, so unique, definitely very unique to the game. Of course, the soundtrack, you can hear it again, so lovely. The writing already back then great, way better again. Somehow moved from greatness with even further greatness. The whole mechanics again, the whole dice system is so nice. A little get used to, I had to get used to the new mechanics a little, but it's I think basically just improved compared to just been great improvements to predecessor. And yeah, it was just all the writing is so good, the characters, the dialogue, they're all so good, so well written. The world is so interesting. This big system inside a corporate that used to be part of this giant corporation. He basically stuck in an endless corporate civil war, an endless corporate war. You're just trying to survive, even alone station at first, or in this game, someone else. There's their own entire backstory and about survivor of this system. It's very, very sweet one. I really loved all of this. Can't wait to see what they're doing next. And they did the DLCs for the first game. I don't know if they have any plans of doing DLCs for this one, or if they worked too well. I don't know. We'll see that. First one was definitely had some, storylines to go down, but less of a like this character inspiration thing that one goes down. Damn. Possible futures. Finish rebuilding your frame. How? Coming back to this screen after that is ooh bloody. Ooh. Yeah. We are. Well, we might as well. Oof. How was it? I believe we actually did it. I'll be honest, I can't believe we got through it actually today. I'm just amazed. What a lovely game. It's been such a pleasure to play this. I hope you all like this too. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Yeah, I hope everyone who watched this liked this as much as I did. I hope you enjoyed me playing this. Not just for the game's sake, but also, for my sake. Oh, but it infuriate because I switched the voices of characters around literally every second they appear again. I like doing this. I really not just like I love doing this. I wanted to. It's one thing I do. One of the reasons I want to stream is just to share things I like that I think have more than just objective, like, oh, I like this, subjective, oh, you know, I think this is neat value, which of course is valid too, but objective, I would say this is a good game, there's a reason this is good, or why people should look at this, and I just want to share it with people, my friends, and but also just in general with people. And that's one of the other reasons I want to stream, not just to make friends and, you know, and have fun, but also just, you know, share things like these, which, even though the first one was already great, I don't think too many people know about this, or have played it at least. They just want to share it with people. The feeling of really liking a game. Doesn't mean I'm not playing games I have already played before. I'm some in the pipeline following this that also I have not played before, but I've heard only good about, that I want to play too. Starward with you all. And yeah, I hope we can do that. Let's, for now though, stop it here. Oh, what a, I tell you, what a game. What a game. Holy moly. Find some solemn song for this. Yeah, yeah, it's all a little more upbeat. So, but yeah, wow, that was something. What a game! What a game! Whew. I'm glad we played this. I'm partially glad this is over, but mostly really just so I have more stuff I want to show you all. I really, really loved doing this the whole way. Oof. Yeah, it is so, so cool. Ah, yeah, I don't know what else to say, I'll be honest. A little tear at the end, which I can always do. Resident tired. It's no, baby. It's what you say when I do stuff with you. You're a resident tired. Look at him. Pet vet mod. Pet vet mod. Do it. Okay. So yeah, we've been going on for about, oh yeah, just a little more than 3 hours. It's perfect. Thank you all for being here today. I really enjoyed this. You're very gay and tired, and both same time. Tired, tiredly gay, gaily tired. But no, thank you everyone for being here. I hope you enjoyed this stream and enjoyed this playthrough of game and in general. Thank you all for being here. I hope I don't repeat myself too much. Yeah. So what's next? I already have more than enough games to play for next, well, you know, next for the next Saturdays, but more than enough. I don't know exactly which one I'm gonna play yet. I'm probably just gonna decide by Friday or, you know, Saturday next week. I would say the earliest, but not probably the latest. But there's a few. There's two games I already played that I want to show off, at least in some capacity. I don't know which it's that way. One is a more direct story game. The other is definitely way more of a multiple choice thing than this one even was, which it was a little, but you know, not as big as some other ones. I think not even as multiple choice as the first game, at least to my knowledge. Other than, of course, yeah, you can take on characters or not. It obviously influences a big part of the thing, but the overall story ends the same. I'm very sure, at least, that you end up rebuilding yourself after ending Lane and his Utsugo clan, and then basically just deciding, yeah, what you're probably gonna do after this big old reboot finally goes through, and then game ends before it. You see what happens after. But yeah, I will show you all. I'll let you know as soon as I know exactly. But yeah, it's probably gonna be one I haven't played it myself yet, so it's gonna be fun. Can't guarantee you, so that's why I'm not saying anything just yet. Let it be known that will hope you'll be there again to see me start a new bigger single player project. I don't know how long that will be for sure because I don't know how long that game is. But I only had good about it, so we'll see about it. Again, doesn't have to mean we're immediately doing that one. But yeah, that being said, I hope you all having a nice, enjoyable time of your remaining of your Saturday, the Sunday where I'm at already, and yeah. Oh, thank you for being here once again. Let's go and find someone to rate. There's certain someone I'm gonna watch is going live, but I don't know if I want to rate them immediately. Ooh. A certain Bunthoven went live. That makes a lot of sense to rate them, yeah. Bunthoven is perfect for this. What could probably be Art of Reflection? I don't know his name, but it looks like pretty cool. It's a puzzle game. Like, kind of like, oh, I think it's something closer to like, oh, what's this one where you have this game where you, depending on perspective, an object goes bigger or smaller in size. That one. You'll figure out the name of it. Anyway, yep. Say hello to Bancoven. They're very lovely. Very lovely. So be nice to them. Don't start digging in their backyard. Hope you all have a nice rest of your weekend too, of course. And yeah, see you, man, for honestly, good question. What we're doing on Friday. I'm still thinking about that too. Well, we'll see. We'll see. What do we want for a rate misses to be? I should figure these more before I start reading. Let's do something game related though. What can we do? What can we do for a rate message for Citizen Sleeper? Good question. Good question. Always hard. I'm never good with these. I agree with you, Bev. Let's just modify that a little. And yeah, Citizen finally asleep. I think that was right. Let's thank you for the prompt, baby. Use that with whatever you want. And yeah, see you all soon.